So I know you can't see anything right now, but our engine has just started to fail on us. Okay, so this is where we are. Maybe it's a case that we just come down into here somewhere and just kind of sort of see if we can anchor. It's so hard at night. Mike's just downstairs seeing if he can figure out what's going on. So yeah, not good. Imagine being in this moment. You're out at sea, in the dark, not really sure what's going on with the engine. Not really able to fully access the full engine. It's hot, it's been running. We've worked it really hard over the last couple of days. So what do? Well, Mike was downstairs, just figuring out, or trying to figure out, exactly what had happened to the engine. Had we run out of fuel? Was it dodgy fuel? We suspected dodgy fuel. Apparently in the TCI there's been some bad fuel come in, and I guess around the Caribbean as well. So that was our first guess. At this point we decided to put up the sails to take some pressure off of the engine. However, our sails have taken a beating as well, and our mainsail has a particularly big rip down the middle of it. So we managed to put a couple of reefs into the mainsail to try and hide that tear, but at least it would get us moving and give us that little bit of extra nudge that we really need to get us going. Okay, so quick update is that we have the sails up and we've just kind of got it on a really low tick over, about 1,200 RPM, and we were just sort of talking through what it could potentially be, but really until we get into the light and check out the engine, stop it, we're not really going to know. So yes, right now it's on low tick over, we've got the sails up, and yeah, we're just going to have to play it by ear from there. Those first glimpses of sunlight are always a relief. It is so nice to get out of the dark and actually be able to see things around you. You can reassess problems, hopefully fix some problems. Mike was managing to put some sail tear paper over the tears in the sails. We got our engine sort of running. Mike managed to clear out the rake off filter and the fuel filter, so we're on the move. What an eventful night. I haven't slept a wink. Such a cloudy morning this morning. The most amazing and scariest thing about sailing is that you are literally at Mother Nature's mercy. And while we had checked the forecast, the thing about these islands is that a little rain shower can actually quite quickly develop into something a little bit more. In this case it did. The little rain shower turned into quite a big lightning and thunderstorm, a squall covering about 5 miles in length. I think I just shit my pants. I think I just shit mine too. Oh, okay. Alright, well, that was fun. Not fun. Nope. Nope. Not fun. Porn over is like I'm never going on the boat ever again. Where the hell did I? Well, imagine being that little guy. I don't know if you guys can see him, but there is a little boat out there. Fuck me. And just as you thought things couldn't get worse, our engine died again. We were in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm with no engine and torn sails. This was so crazy. Are we gonna die? Nope. Not the attitude. The attitude's not gonna die. We're gonna get through this. We could not believe it that there were tiny little canoe-style boats that come out in this. These fishermen, they have guts. This state of the fuel and the fuel filter and the rake off filter was a shambles. Thankfully, Mike was able to change these over.
Alright, so we survived our first thunderstorm. Nope, people probably shit their pants, but I definitely did. Oh, we had enough to wait for all that.
Yeah.
We were just enjoying life.
Yeah, I'm not attaching. Just on the off chance. Oh, you bet, yeah. Sorry, at some point you gotta film it. It just kept coming. It was one school after the other. And it's not so much the rain or the bad weather, it's the lightning, which is one of our biggest fears, especially being on a boat that is covered in metal. You are basically a metal lightning rod. It is scary. Surprised you felt that. You look drenched. It's funny how this camera makes it actually look really nice out. Other than the drops of rain coming over your face, it looks like a nice sailing day.
But we need to be careful with that. We shouldn't sail because the dinghy is on the window and it shifts.
Okay, thank goodness. We made it through. We're out the other side. It's calmed down again, which is nice. We're about 5 to 6 nautical miles away from the anchorage, which we just kind of sort of kept going for since we were closer to this one than going back. The engine's still playing up, so yeah, I'm just going to have to reassess that in the anchorage, but getting there, glad that stormy bit's over though.
I'm ditching the boat.
There is no bigger relief than finally reaching your anchor. It is the most amazing feeling. We dried off and zonked out, and we were gone for the night. Okay, I just woke up to an infestation of these flying ants, which I'm pretty sure turn into little termites. Not good. Not good.
We can do. I don't think they are termites. I think we looked last time.
Wrong. They most certainly were termites. And while there are many things that a boat owner fears, termites are probably one of the biggest. These termites are taking flight to reproduce and recolonize, and a heavy rainstorm can help trigger them. While they are only typically alive for 24 hours, especially after they lose their wings, they can survive, bury into your wood, and start eating away at your structure. Okay, we're gonna go for a hike, check out some of this beautiful rainforest around. So excited, it looks so nice. I hope that's a really funny joke. We're moving all the time. We can stop filming as soon as we can. The army guys came over, and unfortunately none of us speak very good Spanish, so I was like trying to just rough translate. It was very, very, very awkward. We were just like, say, and they didn't speak English either. But yeah, I think they were just coming in just to check why we were here. We basically just tried to say that the weather's bad, and then we'll leave tomorrow to head around to Samana. But yeah, bless them, they were very nice, but it was very kind of broken conversation.
Our valley is a beautiful little place. It is very, very sweet. There was a lot of work going on though, which makes me think that it's a real up-and-coming village. There is, however, no internet after a rainstorm, which made it very, very hard for us to check the weather for our next passage.
Just going for a walk. Not really. I was just kind of wandering. It's a dragon foal. Are you a dragon foal? Because you kind of look more horse. Oh. I said that's a cat. That's a bonita cow.
There is, however, a creek that divides the town. The creek is called Porquero, named after the locally raised swine that bathe in the creek.
She did say you have to cross the river. Did you lose your shoe in it? Aww. Oh. Well, Mike lost it. And I started filming, perfect timing. Oh, I don't want to go through this. Guys. Ha! Suckers.
This creek made a beautiful walk as we followed the river all the way back down to the beach. Once we did hit the bottom though, you actually can't get all the way to the river without really bushwhacking. Conveniently, a few hundred meters back up, there was actually a trail that took us straight back to the road, literally where we had just started.
Note to self, do not leave your trash on the beach full of dogs. Wait, did you guys eat some of the trash out of our dinghy? now your ass is being sniffed by a dog.
Oh my god, no, Vida is rocking so much.
After a busy day exploring, we went back to the boat and chilled out. Thank goodness we had managed to get in touch with Morgan's brother, who had managed to give us some more information about the weather. We decided to take the chance for tomorrow so that we could get into Samana, fix our sails, and fix our engine.
Wow, so finding rip after rip in our sails at the moment. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we know our sails are old and we need to replace them, but this is crazy. But anyway, we're just gonna have to go with it until we get to Samana, because right now we're just in a super isolated spot. So yeah, we just need to get to Samana as quickly as we can.
At this moment in time, with everything that had gone on, I highly pictured us coming into Samana looking just like this.
Oh my god!
Should I just stay right here?
And that's why you said on the leeward side.
We were in high spirits coming down the long bay of Samana. We had made it. Our boat was still alive. Now we could just get into port and really sit down and figure out what was going on. We could fix our engine, fix up our sails, and get us ready for hopefully our next passage. These small occurrences might leave us in Dominican Republic a little bit longer than we planned, but I really couldn't imagine being stuck in a more beautiful place.